Welcome, welcome, welcome to this evening's training. And we will be teaching you how to run an effective Zoom call, okay? So just make sure you have your notebooks and your pens ready to take some serious notes. How are we all feeling? Talk to me in the chat box and let me know that you are ready to go with your notebooks, pens, and all of that kind of niceness. All of that niceness. If you are ready, just type ready in the group chat. Let me see that you are ready to go. And I will just make sure that we have good participation. Let's see what we got going on here. Do we have... see what we got here. I didn't realize I said for 11 o'clock. I must have put the wrong time. All right, I'm just going to make sure that we got participants joining. I'll put that in there. What's up, my boy Shay? I see you there, brother. Still suited, that's what I like to see. Make sure we gonna work. Right, so we are going to kick off. Lovely to have you on, Aaron. Hey, Dana, lovely to have you on. I see you, Letitia. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Find a group chat. Make sure that you can chat to me. And also as well, sorry, you got my knee in the screen. I promise you I got clothes on. Look, I'm not naked. I've got my knee here. How are we all doing? Dana, I see you smirking. I see you looking good, honey. Who else do we have on? Beautiful Aaron. Oh, Aaron making me blush. Got a picture of us and all that niceness. Looking good, Aaron. See Jacqueline on. I see Joe and the Stevensons. Hey, Rochelle and Joe. Alrighty. So I see Stacey on and Nicola, Lexi. I see you, honey. Beauty. And it's Nicola on as well. Beautiful. Right, okay, so I'm going to break it down into sections. This will be a very interactive Zoom call, okay? Very, very interactive. So please just make sure you know where the group chat is. The quicker you chat to me, the quicker I can move on to the next kind of section, okay? So don't delay. We're all friends here, right? And I presume that we are all very motivated. That's why we're up at 22:40. Still hungry for growth, right? Still hungry for growth. So welcome. I'm so excited to be hosting our Zoom call, okay? Our Zoom call training. Isn't it ironic that I'm doing the Zoom call training on Zoom call? Brilliant. Okay, so the first thing, the very, very first thing that you have to do and have to be aware of when you are running a Zoom call, and we'll maybe talk about the, actually we'll talk about the preparation beforehand. So you want to make sure that you're, put my teeth in. You want to make sure that you are fully prepared before your Zoom call, okay? How awful, and some of you know what I'm talking about, how awful is it when you're on a Zoom call and you can see someone like chatting, or they're like fiddling around with their notes and they're just like, and they don't really know what's going on and they're just like all confused and they don't know and then blah, blah, blah. Okay, you also want to make sure that all your participants who you are inviting to the Zoom call know when the Zoom call is, right? And you want to have the right time of the Zoom call. Shout out to those who saw that my message said 11 o'clock, but it's actually 22:30. But don't worry about that. That was deliberate to see who would, cotton on to all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're all good. So we want to make sure we're fully prepared. I see taking ownership, Jacqueline. Yeah, these things happen. Sometimes we slip up and sometimes things happen and it gets all a bit crazy. But as long as you stay enthusiastic, remember your participants don't necessarily know exactly the order of your Zoom and what's happening. So as long as you don't panic and as long as you don't act all crazy and let them know that you've made a mistake, if it's not obvious, that is, you can just keep it moving and keep it moving very, very swiftly. But if it's something that's blatantly obvious, like the Zoom cuts out, which sometimes with me, I hate technology. You all know that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone running, technology stuff. So if you just cut the thing out or your presentation's not going well, you can just laugh it off and keep it moving. People understand that things happen. It's how you deal with it. You're not going to cry on the Zoom. No, I'm so sorry, I can't do this. What you're actually going to do is go, you know what? I'll admit I'm not the best at technology, but hopefully my technology will work for me. So you need to come on your Zoom very exciting, engaging, enthusiastic, and ready for your audience. Don't go on there yawning. Don't go on there eating and chewing. Make sure that you're ready for your audience. Make sure that your team or your people that are coming on to your Zoom call know what it is that it's about. The worst thing you can do is not send an agenda, okay? We are very, very good at going, join this Zoom, big news, and that's all good. But sometimes people need to have a little bit of an idea on what they're coming on the call, because that will make them, they're intentional with joining. You can have a little snippet of something. You don't have to say every single thing, but give the audience a reason to join. Let them know why they're joining. You could even go out there and give an agenda, or what you can do is just give a summarization of what it is. An agenda is very, very professional and it makes it look really good. What you also want to do is start on time. Very, very important. It's the worst thing, sitting down, waiting in the waiting room when it says host hasn't joined yet or host hasn't started yet. Make sure you start the call on time and you are ready to go. Okay, are we all good? I can see some smiles. Excellent. So you really need to be enthusiastic when you're starting your Zoom. So how did I start this Zoom call? Someone told me in the chat box, how did I start the Zoom call? What did I do when I started the Zoom call? So I'm going to start it now and you're going to type in the chat box exactly what's happening when I start the Zoom call. So hello everyone, my name is Nikki Knowsnow and I'm so excited to be running this Zoom call with you about how to really run Zoom calls effectively. So as I said, my name's Nikki and I have been running Zoom calls now for around 10 years. So I've been doing this for quite a long time and not only do I enjoy it, I find it very it gives me the good results, but also I can really connect with my audience and really help my audience to be able to understand things through the lovely chat box, and we can talk and interact without it actually disturbing the main presentation. So I absolutely love Zoom calls. Zoom calls are the way forward and have helped me dramatically with my business. So I'm excited to be teaching you this today, and I hope you are excited too. Okay, so what have we got in that first part? Your introduction has to be on point because that's the difference. Have you ever seen someone start a Zoom call and then you see multiple people leave, right? Multiple people leave. And I'll tell you what, if you hold out to the end of this Zoom, I've got something very special for you as well. So no dropouts, okay? So energy, thank you, Aaron. And what Shay put there, I introduced myself, okay? Gave a preface of what the call will be about, credibility, why they should listen to me. Very, very important. A little bit about yourself, but also why they should listen to you. Who are you? Don't assume that the people that are on your call know who you are. So I said a little bit about myself. Yes, I'm a brand expert and a life coach, and I'm also currently a Forex trader in iMarkets Live, a Platinum 5000 soon-to-be chairman, which I'm extra excited about. I gave a reason why they should stay to the end. Oh, you caught that, Jacqueline. Excellent. I introduced myself and gave a summary. What else? Energy. Thank you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Gave some energy. Focused. Okay, very, very important what not to do. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of what not to do. Someone put it in the chat box. Hold on. Hey everyone, it's your girl Nikki Knowsnow. I'm so excited to be seeing you right now. What am I doing wrong? Someone tell me. We need to make sure what is right. Come on, people. Let's talk to me. Let me know that you're understanding what we're doing here. Shay, I saw you trying to look up my skirt. Don't you be a naughty boy and do that. What else have we got? Camera angle. Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. Make sure you sound professional as well. Some of us, we don't need to change our, we don't need to change. Be yourself, be natural, and have a laugh with your audience. Really connect with your audience and make sure your audience understand that it's vital that they stay until the end. A little bit of humor goes a long way. Don't keep saying, Jacqueline, you've took it off my list. Look, it's there. It's the next one on the list. You naughty girl, you've been watching. You've hacked my phone. How annoying is it when somebody says, right, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, I know it's such a easy thing to say. We slip up because we say it all the time, cut the ums. Cut the ums out. It is very, very annoying, but it also means it lessens your credibility. It doesn't make you sound like you know exactly what you're doing. Don't look how you feel, look how you must. Yes, we're going to get on to appearance. Fantastic. Who's that? That Galmina. That Galmina knows what she's on about. Hey, girl, I see you. Lovely smile there. Exactly. Don't look how you feel. How many of us come on Zoom calls when we're presenting? Ladies, look at my lips. What do you think? Put on a little bit of lippy. Look like you're excited about what you're talking about. Make sure your hair's all right. Look good, feel good, and all that niceness. Make sure that we're doing and acting as we feel. It's so important that if you're talking about something, you actually look like you like enjoying. You're enjoying what you're talking about, but also you are a direct example of what you're talking about. So most of us on this call talk a lot about financial freedom, okay? It's so important that I look and I'm speaking like I have financial freedom, right? It's very, very important. Be a product of the product, Auntie Anne says. Looked presentable. Oh, yeah, that's right, exactly. Keep talking to me in the group chat because it means that I'm not boring you and you're not falling asleep yet. So storytelling, very important. But before we get onto that, what else is important in the introduction? What are people looking at? Not only are they looking at me, what are they looking at? They're looking at somebody talk to me. Make sure we can actually see you. Yes, that was the point of me changing my screen and the angle. Perfect, attender. Thank you. My persona, my surroundings, says Aaron. He's on the ball today. What can you see behind me? What does it look like? What can you see behind me? Does this look professional? Do you like, hold on, let me turn the camera. Do you like what you see? Very clean, thank you. No ganja smoking in the background. Exactly. We would never have ganja smoking in the background. We are all Christian here and we live in accordance to the law. Clean white walls, thank you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now we're just gonna do another flip. I'm gonna invite you into my humble abode. Now what if I did it here? Let's have a look. What do you see now? If I did the Zoom call here. Is there a difference? What do we think? Hey people, it's your girl Nikki. Distractions. Too much happening in the background, right? You got my fridge, you got all the junk on top of the fridge there. Nice watch. Oh, you mean my clocks? Bit overcrowded, too much going on, right? You don't want any distractions. Look, if I come over here, you got all this stuff. You got my road to chairman and all that kind of stuff, crappy stuff. So we come back into this little corner, right? And we make sure that there's no distractions. Better? Are we happy with this? Too much going on. Excellent. So we're happier with this one. Good? Messed up my angles now. Be a product of the product, Nikki. Come on, you can do this. Be a product of the product. She's a product of the product. Stop looking at my fridge. Right, okay, cool. Are those 4 clocks? Yes, you guessed it, Jermaine. They're 4 clocks. They're 4 clocks. You've got a good eye on you. Got your magic glasses on there. Right, so let's keep it moving. Let me stick to the agenda so we finish on time. Very, very important. Very, very important to finish on time. And if you don't finish on time, speak to your audience and make sure that they understand why you haven't finished on time. And that's because Jermaine, Aaron, Jacqueline, and Satenda talk too much. No, only joking. Right, let's keep it moving. So, stick to the point. It's so important. Sometimes we get chatty and we can get distracted. Try to stick to the point of the Zoom. Very, very important. When you're running a Zoom, you want to stick to the point. Sometimes, yes, we do want to storytell, right? And I'm going to get onto that in a minute, because when you're building your credibility, you want to be able to storytell so that people can fall in love with your personality before you go into the introduction. Don't storytell for too long though. Keep it to sort of 3 to 5 minutes maximum, because people get really bored. But also throughout your storytelling, and I'm going to give you an example in a minute, you want to keep interacting with your audience to make sure they understand what you're saying. So my name's Nikki, and I'm glad to be presenting the Zoom call with you. Now, my story, is, and I'm not sure if anyone can resonate with me, let me know in the chat box. I used to hate my job. It was one of them things that, when I used to go to work on the market stall, it was cold and it was, people used to laugh at me, but I knew I didn't have another choice when I was 13. I couldn't get another job anywhere else. And I really wanted to help my mom. And I really wanted to, be able to give my mom some, even if it's 10 or 20 pounds a week to help her, pay, for extra shopping and the light and the electric. So I used to hate my job, but I knew the reason why I was doing it. Anybody in this, this chat box know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the chat box if you understand, if you've ever been in a position where you've hated your job. And you see, when I realized that I could do something different, and when someone presented this opportunity that I'm about to present to you, it solved all my problems. Okay, it solved my problem, because not only do I now no longer hate my job, but I'm now living in my true purpose, and I'm connected to such a beautiful set of people that I'm able to not only love what I do, but also give back to my mom. And my mom's no longer struggling anymore. So I'm ready to start telling you the opportunity that we have here that we call foreign exchange. Anyone see what I did there? Talk to me in the chat box. Let me know that you haven't fallen asleep. Who do we have talking? Remember, when you talk, we move on quicker. Who's taking notes? Okay, yes doesn't help me to tender. Yes, are you falling asleep? Or who you are, your pain. Yes, emotional connection. Okay, I hear that. You can't take notes and type at the same time. Emotional connection. Yes, so I started off with the problem and then spoke a little bit about my emotions, how I felt. Okay, and now what the solution is before I go in. Excellent. Let me know if you understand what I'm talking about. Yes, so I asked my audience in the middle to ask them if they understood what I'm talking about. So I'm still interacting with them. Talk to me. Yes, I did say talk to me. And I kept it moving. Yeah, very, very short and snappy, but I made that emotional connection. People like what they can relate to. Yes. See, the problem is sometimes we jump straight into the opportunity. People switch off because they haven't heard a bit of our story, right? So you always want to lead them into something else. So what I'm saying to them is, I'm going to show you what helped me. So the fact that I'm saying I'm going to show you what helped me, they're going to listen in for at least another 2 to 3 minutes to hear what helped you. That makes sense? Let's see what we got on here. Very, very important. I'm going to link these 2 things in. Know your products, and also know your products, but also understand your presentation. So I'm going to now, so what I'm about to show you, so remember we're doing this live, right? So just bear with me a minute. Here we go, technology. God, give me strength. God, give me strength with this stuff. Okay, let's pretend. We're going to pretend, right? Let's pretend that we have everything in order. Keep it real, speaking through experience. Yes, Auntie Anne, exactly. Always keeping it real. Don't try to tell anybody else's story. So important that we share our own story. Just be yourself, be natural. Be yourself, be natural. And God help me if I don't get this presentation open. Tip, open the presentation before the Zoom call. Keep people engaged, even, oh, I missed that. This is why I hate technology, guys, because I can't see anything now. All right, let's go. Here we go. Keep people engaged, even when technology goes wrong. Yes, that's the point I'm here making. It's almost as if my technology knows that I'm running this Zoom and wants to prove that point. Isn't it beautiful when technology does exactly what you don't want it to do? Okay, cool. So as we're waiting for that to load, we will keep it swiftly moving on. Okay, so who's enjoying this Zoom call so far? Who's getting value from this so far? Who's ready to go and run their Zoom call? Loving it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Perfect, 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 perfect. Right, let's see what I'm going with this. I deliberately had this one because I wanted to see if anyone would, any clever ones on the call would do anything. Right, okay, so let's get it up. What was that Auntie Anne said about a lively chorus? Auntie Anne offering to sing for us. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. But you didn't know I had talents, right? But you didn't know I had talents. Keeping your audience engaged throughout all things. Now, I don't know if you can see my screen here, but this thing is just like not loading. Oh, there we go. Yes. Boom. We have it here. Right. Okay. So you've now just told your audience that you are about to run through an IML presentation. We haven't told them IML. You just said you're going to give them an opportunity that's going to change their life. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to start by introducing exactly what it is that you're doing. And it might sound very simple, but the problem that we have is people go, right, so what is Forex? Well, you didn't even mention Forex. So how on earth are you going to say, right, what is Forex? It doesn't even make sense. We want to have some really smooth transitions into what it is that we're talking about, right? So just let me know, can everyone see the presentation? Just so that I'm not going crazy, because I know I had a little technical problem there. So we've just given a little credibility, and then I had some troubles, and what we got out of it was opportunities to see them. Okay. So now we go. So guys, I'm just up I'm just about to go through. Not only my life, it's changed over 3 people in IT's life. Sorry, I'll transition you, but it has the potential to change your life. So I want to urge you now, get your notes and ready, because I'm about to change information that not only is going to blow your mind, but also make information through your family or community and indeed in friendship. So you need to post this information in the life, you probably have to. So please and take some notes. Right, what did you do? What did you do? Notes. Excellent. Transition from instructions to real world, and I saw in Forex. I told them that it's going to change. I very important instructions. Not going to do the mission. How in that? How in that? Not only name business, and it would be a point or anywhere else that enables you to not just help others around you. I don't mean actually see how you process. I might be always but also, you know, I was responsible for a lot of the customers. Don't really feel very simple. You access the education, you have to be able to learn this design and I want to really break it down, and excuse me if you understand it, just break it down. Exchange marketing is you let me know in the chat box, but you do on the book. I'm ready. You're see my excellence. How can I for your here's now just myself 2,000 of us in this net. I'm going to shame off very almost this one example. We're going to choose one currency to next. And all that is exchange. Now when this you should really have to this. So very exchange one to next. As we always make sure you get exchange from them. And then if you have 1p or 2p. Anyone here want to do it for themselves and claim their into a lot of cash. In fact, I have a testimony The song that you make other people influences. Mind-blowing. I'm not sure how I'd explain so current market to me. Examples how they move back, value for a day, involving every person, they have tools. We have also using this, how easy it is to every person to do it, showing the spirit and things making just take yes, I mean, actually, it's very beautiful. So how do you get to that to be able to bring this market to you? A company called not even that was good music. But the reason why this is unbelievable to aid the lifestyle to beat the leadership. Now I had the pleasure to be in the event of the way every new girl, you know, trading has ever this mind blowing action now. That is the week in such a legend. It's in their own game and not in between what they have to be I thought you wealth knowledge and wealth that you can hold. I said to her, please never teach women to like this. I just want to know anytime it makes me so important to understand it's important. And one thing I noticed for Derek is that he is every person educated. Man, absolutely him. You need to me through story of how he felt in the past and how I said around really people tell me I'll buy you an ice cream. Anyone who can tell me what it is, I will buy them an ice cream. Let's see if anyone was listening. I'm connected to leadership. Yeah, I subtly dropped that in. I hosted with him, made us connect with him on a personal level, and built them all up, related them to us. Yeah, brought the CEO down to a level, everyday person, edified. Yeah, what else did I do? Something very subtle that I did. Edified the leadership team. Gave your relationship as example for connection, built trust, borrowed his story. Yeah. What else? Reference the success of people doing it. Introduce the team and show how they connect to everyday people by showing their status. And ISIS, the first woman on Wall Street, using the image of leadership to add value, showed that a woman helped him. Showed that a woman helped him. Behind every successful man, you know. I am a little biased that way. Let me tell you what I did. I said, ISIS bailed him out. Very important. You know why? Because when people say they're going to go and do research and they look at Christopher Terry and the rough patch he had, we're not hiding it. So sometimes you come out with some subtle things to show that this man is coming from somewhere and he's now overcome stuff. A lot of people hide away because that you don't want to sound like you're saying anything too negative. But what you do is if you bring out something that isn't so great, but you say how it was overcome, people respect that. And when they go and do their research, you can say, yeah, that was mentioned on the call. It's almost like I tell you the bad before you go and find it out, but very subtle. Okay, we'll move on. So what do you get from this? What do you get from this leadership team? Okay, in this company, iMarkets Live, it's an amazing platform that teaches the everyday man how to trade. Right? Teaches the everyday person how to trade. How does it do it? By a few products, and I'm going to break those products down to you now. The first product that you get is the iMarkets Live Academy. Mind-blowing. This is very short videos, in fact, 8 minutes or less, that teach the everyday person how to trade. And I mean, it's so easy. It starts from basic all the way to advanced. So it doesn't matter where you are in your trading journey. If you don't even know about trading, it starts off saying Forex is foreign exchange. That's how basic we're going there. So don't worry if you think that it might be too hard. I promise you it's not too hard. The basics up to advanced videos get you to a level where you are ready to trade live. And the beautiful thing about this is we have teams all over the world. And it's available in major languages. So when you want to, when you start making some money and you want to help your family back home or any of your relatives or friends that you've met on your travels, you don't have to worry because we've got major languages in this academy. So write down for me, IML Academy gives you the Forex and cryptocurrency education to get you trading. Short videos, that's what you need to write down. And it's in major languages. So when I want to share it with my friends, they can all understand it too. Have we all written that down? I'll let you write that down. Fantastic. Can you all see what I did there? Someone talk to me in the chat box and let me know what I did there. How did I just swing in the compensation plan into that part of the plan? Attack-rooted, Felix. You are a genius, boy. I love that. Pre-emotive strike. You're always making an assumption that they're going to join. So when you join and make money, sometimes we have a lot of us that say if. Stop telling them if. This is a skill that's going to change their mind. Stop telling them if. Are you going to join? If you join. No. When you join and when you start making money, when you're ready to start sharing it with your friends, globally, we have loads of different languages. And I told them to write it down. It's when, not if. Very, very important. Now, I want to just say something here because it's something that I've heard other people do before, and that is mentioning other companies. Be very careful. So what I did say is at the beginning of my presentation, there are loads of different companies out there, but the reason why I love iMarkets Live is because it is cheaper than the rest, and also the leadership team and the products that we have is fantastic, right? What some people do in their Zoom calls, they say another company, right? So it's like, you know, unlike McDonald's, we have XYZ. Be careful of that, because you mention another company, what you're doing is you're advertising them. So they're going to now go to that company and Google that company and see what that company has. So you just say other companies. Do not ever, ever, ever publicize another company on on your Zoom call. Mind blowing that some people do that. Making IMO accessible at any age and anyone from any walks of life can join. Excellent. The power of words you use is crazy. Oh, thank you so much. Wordplay, yes, very, very important. Get comfortable. Is it wise to speak about losses as well? Good question to Tender, and I'll get to that a little later. Make sure that we'll park that one, right? So we've all got the IML Academy written down, and we are ready to go to the next product. So fantastic. You've written out the Academy. Now the Academy is where, you know, you learn the basics and you watch your videos and your technical analysis, and you're learning this skill. Just scroll back up a bit. Excellent. So you're learning this skill in the Academy. Beautiful. Now we have the IML TV. This is the most popular product right now. I'll tell you why. Is because you now get to trade with millionaire traders. You get to trade live with millionaire traders. So instead of a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, you have IML TV, where not only you see the screen of a millionaire trader, but you also see what they're trading. You can A, copy them, B, interact and talk with them, and C, you can actually rewind it and watch it later. Mind-blowing product, this one. I can't even believe how, it's crazy. When I first joined, there was only a few educators, and now there are so many educators to pick from. I have my favorites, but you get to really connect with these people. You get to know them, you get to know their personalities. Broken down into all different categories: beginners, intermediate, advanced. Okay, so you choose the at the same time. Very important. You alone, and there are some yes, even talking about. Shay, I'll send you my link. Don't worry, it's coming. Nikki knows now. With that. Leverage the educators. Exactly, Naomi. So now we have the harmonic scanner, okay? This is the second to last. Worry, I'm not going to flood you with loads of different products. We've only got one more after this. Direction before your speaker presentation what we the country that they don't have it has still get we have the money on this is before we come to this is literally I tell you right now is going to blow your mind away, especially when the information I'm going to give you now. I want you to write it down. I want you to write down the word and all you have to do is log into your device and you have to see I told you this was good. I told you to get excited. Anyone. Tell me what I did there. Giving your people something special. They've been waiting for something special. Give them something special. Give them something special. Give them something special so that they understand how amazing it is. You know, if we're honest, how many of us are that excited when we're doing a Zoom call? How many of us do the Zoom call knowing that they're going to help people, knowing that they're, you know, adding value? Thank you, Sabrina. Personal contact with the CEO. I don't know about you, but that's mind-blowing. Leveraging the CEO. And one of the things that some of us do when we're doing this is we do this. Be careful. Wink, wink. That's 8 weeks, right? We got them in for 2 months. Going for the I can hear you sigh of relief that it's not thousands. I can hear and I can see in the chat box that we've got some people smiling because it's not thousands of pounds. It's not even £500. In fact, the elite pack, which is the elite starter pack that gives you everything we've spoken about, is $325, which equates to about £250. Imagine, £250 to give you access into a market that's going to potentially make you thousands. And then you've got the Platinum Starter Pack. Now, the Starter Pack are for those people that want to take their time and go a little bit slower. So they don't necessarily want to make money straight away, but they're happy to watch the videos, take their time, you know, go into the scanners, learn it for themselves and begin to understand the charting before they profit. Now, it will take a little time to make the money, but those people want to pay a little bit more attention to the detail. They just want to learn before they earn. And that would cost $225, which is about £170. So let me break this down to you. £170 gets you learning at a steady pace. And then £250 allows you to earn and learn. That's the difference between the two packages. Now, I know from direct experience with myself and my team, we've got people that join in weeks and start profiting with the elite pack because of the fact they have what I said, the swipe trades and the swipe coin, and of course the gold cup that allows you to do the copy and paste mechanism. So you're learning and earning at the same time. But then some people who don't currently, who can't really afford the £250, they go on to the 170. And then they take their time to learn the product slowly. Okay? Now, it's completely up to you which one of these you choose. And the way I look at it is this. If you want to start making money very quickly and you want to access all the tools and everything that's available to you, then you will go for the elite pack because it gives you the swipe trades and the gold cup, the copy and paste and profit mechanism. But if you want to take your time and you want to be a little bit more slower, then you can go onto the Platinum Starter Pack where you can begin to just watch your videos and start to learn how to use the scanners that enable you to begin to profit. So it's a little bit more slower, hence why the price is a little bit more cheaper. So you have to decide which one it is that you want to go forward. Now, again, it's not for 3 days, it's for 30 days. This is just not even heard of. A 30-day package for $325, £250. That's how you're going to tap into true wealth, true generational wealth from your smartphone. Okay? Right, so before I get into the close, let me just check the chat box to see if there's anything that anyone wants to say here. Elite and Platinum. Platinum packages for the ones who don't want to make money right away. Yes. That's right. appealing to their urgency to start creating their new stream of income. I love speaking about this. This is how you truly close for the elite. Speak about both, but show them why the elite is more beneficial to them. Exactly. Perfect, Mariam. Encouraging them to make the choice. Yes. So at no time at all have I said, I think you should get. No, we're giving choice. We're telling them the options and giving them choice. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. So we skip this because I never go into this. Right. I've deliberately done this. So what's happened here? I'll buy someone an ice cream if they can see what's happened here. What's the point I'm trying to make here? See if anyone knows. So after the initial cost, what should come next? Nope. Wrong, Felix. Nope. Because we don't really talk about the add-ons. What do they need to know? What's the vital thing that they need to know? What happens after the 30 days? Not 2 and 3, no. Let's see what to do. The monthly cost stand. Perfect. I'm using this presentation. It's wrong. It's a wrong presentation. Some people say, this is the wrong presentation, right? You need to have the monthly paying. Someone's in the description. Because not using the right presentation. Okay, it's important to use right presentation as okay. So really important. So now you've got a draft of this. You have choice to make. Okay, especially if you're only learning. But you have choice. Do you now make a and you can go up and train? What do you want to say? Do you keep seeing to when by themselves? Do you keep continue to learn from the information? If you want to say to that, we do because they're making money have a monthly subscription. You have a monthly subscription. There's no particular contract. This monthly subscription will keep you going. You feel you're not dream. Okay, and my personal business how my personal life is giving you 6 months to give yourself a feel from in more, financial wealth. Financial wealth planning is how you think your family. You want to really master skills to be educated, to understand and sharpen your importance. So now you have the description and the description for the elite add-ons this and the you're looking at one better. Keep in mind that this is not a contracted, for example, you can then. My favorite part of it, who likes a freebie? I know I love a freebie. The thing about preparing from a company is that they allow you to get what does that mean? That means if you refer to me as an Instagram, like this, advertising platform, you pay advertising secretary. When you start paying money, you stop them. So when it says you have this platform, you have you're free to me, then you will love it. Most people that I know, and I do this for the first time when you're two friends. Two friends don't make money. Two friends want to make you two don't make two channels. Okay. Now I promise you right at the beginning that I was going to give you a way to really solve this part of the culture. What I will say to you is if you're true wealth, you have to do what people do. Nothing can yourself away. Extraordinary money. Feel rich. So you can make private investors, invest. So I'm now going to teach you how to become a business owner. If you're serious about wealth, it's serious about the conversation about. Now, there's much money stream. We're where money is at. Example how you can use this to build your entire life. Okay, this is me. Okay, brilliant. So this is the compensation plan. And I'm so pleased to be sharing it with you. Why? Because this compensation plan really bailed me out when I had my operation and I couldn't trade. So there was a time when I had an operation, I had surgery and I couldn't trade, but I took comfort in knowing that I had $5,000 coming in my sleep. In fact, whilst I was, recovering in the hospital, I couldn't trade as much as I wanted to because I was, recovering. And this compensation plan really, really helped me. I got $5,000 in my sleep. And I get that every single month because I have impacted the lives of over 225 people. Now, if you at the beginning of the call, some of you, stressed how, you hate your jobs and you're not living in your purpose, your calling and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you know you're not currently living in your calling and you want to be able to live your true purpose in life, and the way you live your true purpose is by making money in your sleep so that you can do things that you've always dreamt about doing. Now, I'm not telling you that I went around looking for 225 people, but what I did do is share it with a few of my friends, maybe 30, 12. And then those 12 began to share it with others, and then it just erupted. And when you've got friends that are making money, and I don't know about you, but some people in this industry, they make their money in quiet. They're quite selfish. They don't want to tell anyone. They just want to make their money and, enjoy life. But for me, I didn't want to be selfish because I wouldn't know about it if someone didn't tell me. I wouldn't know about it if I didn't hear about it. So how dare me block and stop somebody else from true wealth as well? So if you decide to share this with some of your friends that you too know is struggling badly, you might even see the next door neighbor that you know they're struggling, or the somebody that you see is cleaning the streets, and you're able to say to them, look, there's another way. Christopher Terry will now not only give you a platform where you can trade with, but now he's paying you a residual income, money in your sleep. So at this point of the compensation plan, you're deciding to be an independent business owner, which means you no longer get free access. You are now paying for your subscription because you are now getting paid by Christopher Terry. So you have an option to be free or to get paid, right? Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to transfer my 5,000 for free platform. I'd rather pay 200 a month and get 5,000 in, right? But for 3 subscribers, 3 friends that you help to be able to make money and to start creating wealth for their family, $150 every single month. That's the rank of Platinum 150. And then if those 3 get 3, or a combination of 12, whichever one of you get that 12 combined, you're looking at $600 a month. Now, I'm going to tell you that $600 a month for me was when I bought my first property and I put down 45 to 50,000 and got $600 a month residual. So if you really think about it, you've just paid for a business of £250 with overheads of £200 a month, and you're able to profit from the very next day. You're getting the equivalent at Platinum 600 of how much I would get on a buy-to-let property that I've invested over £45,000 to. This is the beautiful thing about this. Now, imagine you were opening up a barbershop or a restaurant. You would have to invest a lot more money than £250 and have a lot more overheads than $200 a month to be able to tap in and start making money straight away. I want you to really see how beautiful this compensation plan is. For those that are hungry, for those that are prepared to really step out of their comfort zones and take their wealth seriously. And by the time I say wealth, I mean wealthy mind, body, spirit, and soul. I'm not just talking about money, because we all have money coming in and out, but what we don't have is true wealth. And that's what I got when I joined this platform. True wealth. Then it goes on to 33, 1,000 a month. And then it moves on to Platinum 2,000, 2,000 a month, 75. And remember, you don't have to find them all. They just come into your network. As your network grows, your pocket grows. And then the rank that I currently sit at Platinum 5,000, 5,000 a month, 225 students. And the rank that everyone wants to get to, and I'm so excited because I'm about to smash through this rank of Chairman 10, 10,000 a month in my sleep. The power of residual income. Now, I'm going to close off this call right now just by saying something very, very simple to you. Are you living in your true purpose? Is what you're doing right now going to get you to true wealth? Is what you're doing right now going to really help you, your family, and your generations to come? Now, I'm not knocking being an employee, and I'm not telling you to do what I did and quit your job and, and do that. But what I am saying is, if you're not currently fulfilling the purpose that you've been put on this earth to do, if you're not currently doing what you know you should be doing, if you haven't tapped into some of those skills that you currently have on the inside of you, you have to do something different. If you're not happy with the bank balance, you've got to do something different. If you're struggling from hand to mouth, if you're struggling to buy a Chinese on the weekend, if you can't afford to buy your kids' uniform, if you can't afford to even, if you're going into a shop and checking the prices before you decide if you like that dress, then you're not happy with your financial circumstances right now. You need a change. And I'm going to put my banker's hat on now, and I'm even going to say this. If you're worried about the £250 investment and you can't afford it right now, or you think that you don't think you have enough to make the sacrifice, I put it to you that you are in a crisis mode. If you don't have £250 available to you right now at your disposal to invest in your own future, in your children's future, your generation's future, you are in a crisis right now. You have to do something different. You have to fight for your life. Because otherwise, you'll be in a situation where you're currently doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results. And we all know what that is the definition of. You see, I remember this Facebook story of Mark Zuckerberg when he first had the idea of Facebook, and some of you may have heard this before. Now, when he first had the idea of Facebook, he invited 5 of his friends to his dorm room, 5 of them, but only 2 of them showed up. Now, those 2 right now are multi-billionaires. The other 3 have the biggest pain of regret that they could ever have. I read an article with one of those other 3, and he said, although he had money, he still regrets not walking down the corridor, going into Mark's room to hear about the opportunity of Facebook. Because he wasn't even doing anything. He just couldn't be bothered to walk down the room. And that's the biggest pain of regret that he has, because he would have been a part of the multi-billionaire company that we know right now as Facebook. So you've joined this call today amongst the odds. Many didn't, many dropped off, many couldn't even be bothered to click the link, but you did. But what you do with this information right now is completely up to you. You see, for me, I like to weigh up the pros and cons. I like to ask myself, there's only 2 questions. Am I happy with my life now? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then fantastic. This Zoom is not for you. But if the answer is no, you have 2 more questions to ask yourself. Is what I'm doing now going to get me out of the position, or do I need to do something different? If the answer is do I need to do something different, you now need to ask yourself another 2 questions. Do I know what different do I need to do? Do I know what the different thing is I need to do? If the answer is no, you have to try something new. You have to try something new. So I put it to you right now to weigh up the pros and cons. You see, the worst case scenario is you pay £250, you join this network, and you don't like it, and you can't be bothered to learn it, and so you get a refund in 6 days. Because it's money back guarantee. 6 days. That's the worst case scenario. Or let's make it even worse, that you join and after a month you quit. So you've lost £250, but you've gained some knowledge in Forex. That's the worst case scenario. But what's the best case scenario? You join, you like it, you profit, and you begin to live in your purpose. And you start to break generational poverty in your family. You start to help your community. You start to help people around you. You start to feel empowered because you're living in your purpose. Now, I put it to you that fear may be one of the things that you're hiding behind, but I promise you that your progress and your success is on the other side of your fear. The person who put you on this call would not have put you on this call if they didn't think that you deserve more, if they didn't think that this opportunity would work for you. But you have to take the call. You have to take the decision. So this is what we want to do right now. I want to see the people in the chat box who know that they're not currently living in their full potential. I want to see the people on this Zoom call right now that know that they're not currently living in the way that they should do. They know that their boss is not tapping into their true potential. They know that whatever it is that they're doing right now needs to change. They understand that they have to do something new. If that's you, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat box. I want you to put a number 1 in the chat box if you're tired of being tired. You're fed up of being fed up. You're frustrated about being frustrated. You know that you can't carry on like this. If you know that's you, I want to see a number 1 in the chat box. I want to see a number 1 in that chat box if you know you're fed up of being fed up. There we go. I can see the ones. That's the first step to true wealth. We've got to own it sometimes. We've got to put our hands up and say, what I'm doing right now isn't working. What I'm doing right now is not working. Sometimes we just got to own it to ourselves. And now I'm going to push you a little bit further. I'm going to push you a little bit further, and I'm going to say this to you. Sometimes we got to take a leap of faith. Sometimes we got to grab the opportunities whilst it's here. You see, that's what PAW stands for, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Some of us are poor, not because we haven't had the choices, but because we passed those opportunities by. And so I want to see the people now that understand that tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. And you know that if you don't grab the bag now, you don't know when you're going to grab the bag. And so I want to see the people in this chat box right now on this call that know that they need serious change. Now, I'm not talking about the people that say, I want to think about it, or I need change, but not right now, or because change is one of the hardest things ever, but we'll hold your hand. That's why you have mentors. That's why we have the group chats. That's why we get together. But I want to see the true people on here that know that they need change, real change, that know that the situation that they're currently in is not the one that they've been designed to be in, not the one they've been called to be in. So right now I'm going to do a last call and I will be checking the names. And what I want to do right now on this call is I want to see the people that understand that today there's something that they've heard on this call that has switched the light bulb on, that they know that today they must change. Now, if you understand that today must change, if you understand that you've got to get a slice of this 5.3 trillion, you have to be a part of this network where there are major moves happening. I want to be a part of this wealth transfer that's going on. I want to feel the wealth transfer. I want my family to benefit from the wealth transfer. And you know you need change, not tomorrow, not next week or next year, but today. Today, the change has to come. If you know that you're one of them people that want to grab the bag today, that want to make the change today, you want us to mentor you and give you all the things that you know that you're missing right now, and you want to be led in the way where you can just grab the bag and help your family, if you know that that's you right now and you're ready to go and you're ready now to get that change, I want you to type change in the chat box, because that's where we're going to work with you now. We're not going to waste no time. We're going to get you in now. We're going to get you launched, and we're going to have you trading by tomorrow. We're going to have you trading by tomorrow. I want to see the people in this group chat who know that change is here and we're ready to change. If we're ready to change, we're ready to change now, I'm going to give you the access. I'm going to give all those people that put change, I'm going to give them the access. This doesn't come every day. This does not come every day. You better grab it. You better grab your change. You better grab the bag. Grab the bag. Grab that bag right now. If you don't want to grab the bag, you better grab the bag. It's change right now. The time's now, not tomorrow. The time's now. So guess what? All those people in there, I'm going to record your names and I'm going to you need to get, but I want you to do two things for me. You ready? Okay. This is how you get the access. You're going to do two things for me right now. Two things. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a screenshot of this screen. Okay, you're going to do a screenshot of this screen and you're going to tag me in, Nikki Knows Now, and you're going to put change. Because this is the moment that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. You're going to remember the day that you decided to change. You're going to remember the day that your whole entire life changed. And I want you to screenshot this and tag me in on Instagram and let me know that you're taking your change seriously. I want you to type change on Insta, tag me in, Nikki Knows Now. And the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to get back to that person who put you on this call and thank them for thinking of you. Thank them for giving you access into this market and ask them to send you the unique link that gets you connected into this wealth transfer. Take your life seriously. Take your wealth seriously. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you very, very soon. Very, very soon. Stay plugged into the events, get your education, and grab your bag. It's your girl, Nikki Knows Now. Peace. All right, talk to me, people. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let me see that we are learning from this Zoom. Testimony, I would normally do testimonies in the middle of the, Angela said backside. Stop it, girl. I remember I would normally put them in testimonies, like maybe one or two in the products and one compensation plan. Jason, girl, I will not repeat that. Excellent, excellent. We all see how we build up slowly, right? Now it's taken us long because I've been breaking and going into the details of it as I'm doing the training. But normally the Zoom call should not last longer than 20 minutes, right? Should not last longer than, and very important, sold, listening, forgot to take notes. Don't worry, I've got the recording, so I'll send it out for those that want it, okay? What I'll also do is just make sure I'm thingy. So yeah, avoid jargon. A lot of people on their Zoom calls, what they do is they say things like, you want to get the pips and people don't understand what you're talking about. So just make sure that you don't have any jargon in there. Okay? Avoid jargon. And I think I covered everything else. Like when you do, for those of you that haven't currently done Zoom calls already, what I will say is just relax, be yourself, don't panic. Things don't always go right. I mean, I've been doing Zoom calls for so long and my technology still don't always go right, okay? But just be relaxed, be yourself. Your audience will see how you respond to what's going on. So just relax into yourself. You can save the chat. Oh, can you? I have not tried to save the chat. But yeah, I'll send a recording to all the group chats. Okay. Any questions before we end this? Because I'm aware it's midnight. It's the midnight hour, and I know you all are going to go away and practice your Zoom calls. Yeah, practice. Play around with the presentation. We've got the new ones. I'll send it out into the group chats. I think that was Jermaine that asked that question. Body language, so important. I didn't actually touch that, but I should have done. Thank you for who just sent that. Yeah, so what's my body language saying? Hey people, what's up? How you doing? So important. Speaking about losses, yeah, I wouldn't speak about losses. It's not really the time to, I would never mention losses at all. Is that Tara? Yeah. Because they don't understand profit and loss yet. So I wouldn't even mention, I don't even really mention profits. I just say that I grew £11 to 700, but I don't really mention profits or loss. Any other questions? May I have this presentation and the new one too, please? Keep the presentation short and sweet. Yeah, 20 minutes maximum. Even some Zoom calls, if they have questions, I normally tell them to get back to the person who invited them. I wouldn't normally do a question and answer on a Zoom either, because that could just be a little bit distracting for the other people that's on it. Any other questions? Did you get value today? Do you feel like it was worth staying up to midnight? You can see those. Excellent. Who on this call? Very, very, very important. What did I do at the end? I hope you get better soon, Naomi, listening from your sick bed. What did I do at the end? Every single call that you do must have a call to action. You must have a call to action. Thank you, Felix. You got it there. You do not end on a Zoom call without telling people what you want them to do. So can you see I told them to tag me in on Instagram and I told them to get back to the person that you always have a call to action on every single call that you have. Okay, very, very important to get them to do something. The whole point of your Zoom is to get them to do something. This call, I wouldn't necessarily share it with a prospect now. I am going to post it on my my YouTube, but I wouldn't necessarily share this call with a prospect. No. Yeah, you always have a call to action. So I'm going to give you all a call to action now. Just drop in the chat box for me, just to let me know. Nikki, would it be appropriate? Okay, I thought so. Thanks. Okay, excellent. Just so that I know that, yeah, you've been taking notes and paying attention. Can you all put in the chat box one thing that you're going to do slightly differently on your Zooms? Or if you haven't already started, just let me know what you're going to do in order to get your business growing and get your Zoom calls more effective. Like, hopefully, Tara says her notes are mad. Excellent. Yay. I'm glad it's been of value. Signpost my Zoom calls, more structured input, power words. Background of Zoom call needs to be considered, no distractions. Practice, yes, very important. Practice, practice, practice. Run more, yes, Felix, that would be good. Be more relatable. Energy, yeah, we need to be excited. Talking about the elite, believe in the elite. The elite is doing great stuff. Tell them to take notes, call to action, have a plan, outline structure, and smile. Yes, Angie, smile. Be more relaxed, practice a bit more, knowing the business. learn the presentation, describe the leadership team. Just adds a little bit more value. Get them to be interactive, add the value, dynamic finish. Yeah, dynamic finish, very good. Some of us are not closing. See factors, smile, eye contact, get to the point, be excited. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Know and understand your product. Perfect. Normally I take little screenshots of my Zooms, and I haven't actually done it this time. Someone better tag me in on Instagram so I can get my social media going. Know what you're talking about. Yeah, very important. Leverage. I leveraged everything during that Zoom call, the products, the leadership team. I leveraged everything. Talk about your why, more effective closing into Insta promotion. And everyone. Yeah, practice. Okay, so I would love to action why my mentor has taught me, what my mentor has taught me. Cool. It would make me really, really pleased to just have some good news stories. If you, if Zoom call goes really well and something has happened really well, please let me know, or even drop it into the group chat so that we can all see that, stuff's beneficial and that the growth is happening. Remember, if it's not posted, it's not done. No one knows about it. So, you're absolutely welcome. No problem whatsoever. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see all these Zoom calls. If we can all just get our Zoom calls to a standard, that means that we can feel all confident to put our prospects on any Zoom call, right? We don't have to be thinking, oh, is Nikki doing the Zoom call today? Or, oh, is this person doing the Zoom call? We can all know that we're just on a level and we're all just smashing out Zoom calls. So we're not worried about who's running the Zoom call. We just have one standard for our team, and we're all one family, guys. Doesn't matter who upline, sideline, doesn't matter. We're all one big happy family, and that's what we're here to make sure that we all grab the bag. The more you do, the better you get. Exactly. Just keep focused, stay focused, and stay blessed. So I'm so pumped. Tomorrow I have to give a plug. Myself and Shay, is he still on? And myself and Shay are doing a joint motivation call tomorrow at 9. So please look out for that link. I'm so excited. The legend Shay, I'm going to be, first time I think we're co-hosting together. This is going to be a mad move. So if you're not on that call at 9 o'clock, I don't know where you're going to be. But me and Shay are going to be collaborating for the first time. God help me, because this guy is just a beast in the game. He is too talented in many different levels, and I just can't wait to co-host with him. So that's 9 o'clock Monday motivation call. But other than that, it's been a pleasure hosting this call with y'all. Love you all. I'm gonna try. Don't hang up yet. I'm gonna try save this Zoom before it disappears, and then I'll be in trouble because we're all gonna have to stay up and do it again. Let's see. Hold on. Stop recording.